Singapore says its best response to the pandemic is to build resilience in the economy and in society. Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Heng Swee Keat has told Parliament that's been the approach for the two most recent support packages. Brendan Tanota with more.
A landmark $48 billion resilience budget followed by a $5.1 billion solidarity budget in the span of the past 1.5 weeks. They're all being used to strengthen Singapore's resilience.
For our economy, we build resilience by ensuring that viable businesses are not permanently damaged, but instead are able to preserve their capabilities to recover. We support businesses with cost, cash flow and credit. We also help affected workers bounce back and to make the best use of this downtime. For our society, we support our people by saving jobs, providing cash support and easing their cash flow needs, especially of the most vulnerable. When many people are out of a job, there is a major cost to our individual lives and to society. For individuals, this means depriving them of the chance to gain experience and grow. For companies, if workers are laid off, it means they'll become less competitive. Across the economy, the failures of many firms will disrupt the supply chain and drag the broader economy down later.
Mr. Heng also called on firms not to cut jobs because that means they'll have to start from scratch to rehire and retrain when the economy recovers. Instead, he urged firms to make use of support measures like property tax rebates and the Job Support Scheme or JSS. Mr. Heng said such JSS payouts will be reduced for companies who cut pay or put staff on no-pay leave during this period. And on its part, the government is also helping in other ways.
The public service is also working towards making faster payments to businesses supplying goods and services to the government. We have brought forward the scheduled due dates of more than 1,000 payment vouchers by an average of 11 days. This amounts to more than $600 million, benefiting close to 300 businesses, mostly SMEs. I encourage businesses that are in better financial positions to consider making similar gestures for their suppliers, many of which are SMEs. By keeping your supply chain intact, your company will also benefit.
But amid these measures, Mr. Heng acknowledged that some issues have surfaced. For instance, some landlords have not passed on the full amount of property tax rebates to their tenants, and so the government has made it a legal obligation for property owners to do so. As for workers, Mr. Heng also said the recent schemes like the Temporary Relief Fund and an income relief scheme for the self-employed will help them through difficult times until conditions improve. Meanwhile, he added that the pandemic has highlighted the importance of supply chain resilience and food security, saying the government will continue to work on this. When it comes to supporting families, Mr. Heng said all permanent residents and long-term visit pass plus holders can now apply for a one-off solidarity payment of $300. That's only if they have Singaporean parents, spouses or children. This comes after feedback that some Singaporean families with non-citizens could have been left out of the previously announced care and support package. All in, Mr. Heng said the measures are a balance between support for the broader population and those who need it more. He called on those who don't need the cash payouts to donate them or share with others.